So it's time for lesson number 3. And this is all about getting ready. Now, some of you are going to think that this is a little bit weird. Some of you are going to think that this is woo-woo. But one of the things that I think, and actually let me stop sharing my screen here so that you can see me. One of the things that I learned in my life is that I'm extremely driven. You know, me and my brother were brought up in a very competitive household. And for me, my father always taught me, do your best, do your best, do your best. And so at school, I worked harder than anyone else. At university, I worked harder than anyone else. On the rugby pitch, I was fitter than anyone else. I wasn't necessarily the most talented, but I always worked harder than anyone else. And yet in the last 10 years, I learned that there's a far better and easier way to get results. You know, most of you will be sitting here and you're thinking, Scott, share with me what the top 1% are doing. What course do they go on? What books do they read? What coaches do they use? What mentors do they use? And don't get me wrong, they do all of that stuff. But there is one secret ingredient that will literally catapult you into getting the results that you want. But you have to be ready for it. Now, you're going to sit here and you're going to say, oh, Scott, teach me this big secret. And when I tell you it, you're going to be quite disappointed because it's actually so simple. And do you know what the best news is? Every single one of you have it inside of you. The reason being is it's the inner work. So in 2018, I was actually in India. And again, one of the lessons I learned there was that everyone in life is always kind of going about things in the wrong way. Because they say you got to do your best. And then when I do my best, I'm going to get what I want. And then when I get what I want, I'll have what I want. And then I'll be the right type of person. So like, you know, if I get money and I have money, then I'll finally invest. And, you know, then I'll be an investor. And it's the complete and utter wrong way around. You have to be, do, have. You have to be the person that you need to be. Then you do the things that you need to do. And then you're going to have the things that you have. You need to do the inner work and really start to feel, what does it feel like to be an investor? What does it feel like to be wealthy? And you need to imagine it and send out the energetic vibration in terms of this process. And the way that I've learned to be able to do this is to hang around wealthy people, to be able to learn from them, to resonate and to just experience it. You know, I was brought up in a family where my mother told me, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. And when I was a little boy, I said one day when I'm big, I want to buy a helicopter. She said, oh, you know, Scott, you know, think how many children you could feed in Africa with a helicopter. And this rubbish mental programming that I was given. I was also told that you can't make money and that only evil and horrible people, blah, 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 all of that crap that I guarantee you've heard before. And then I got the privilege of spending, you know, 2 weeks on Neck Island with Richard Branson. And he's got everything. I mean, he's happily married. He's got 2 great kids. He's got 400 businesses. 8 of them are billion-dollar businesses. He's had a tremendous impact on the planet in terms of purpose and charity and making the world a better place. He's done these incredible adventures all over the world. He lives on a private island. He plays tennis and kite surfs every day. I mean, he's got it all. And I learned that the programming and the association I was given was absolute rubbish and that you can have anything that you want. But it starts with a belief system. It starts with being. And that's why my strong invitation to you is do the work. Go and do the personal development work. If you want the coaching, I can coach you. That's what we do at the Wealth Hacker level, or even better, where I do one-on-one and group coaching at the mastermind level, because the mindset is so important. And the best part is you all have the keys to unlock it internally. I mean, here's a good example. This lady is literally ABSA director. ABSA is one of the biggest banks in the world. She's one of the directors. And this was her experience of this feeling of learning. I mean, she works in one of the biggest banks, but when she finally invested in herself and joined the mastermind, this was her experience of what it meant to be, do, have.
What I love about it is that it helps me to be active. I'm not just putting in my money and then going away. I'm growing, it's investing in myself, but it's also given me an opportunity to even involve my family as well. You know, this notion of building generational wealth, it may be far-fetched for other people, but the mastermind has given me the opportunity to really start looking at how I built generational wealth, and I love that. And I can see how I'm integrating, you know, the stuff that I'm doing and the passion I have for my corporate executive role, which I don't have to drop, but my wealth is also growing. And I'm also learning and continuing to invest.
Again, be to have. Most people think that generational wealth is not something that's possible. Well, it is. We've helped thousands of people do it. So I want you to take out that pen and piece of paper. I want you to write down generational wealth. What would it mean to you if you could, pass on the knowledge and not only make money for yourself and to protect your own money, but to be able to hand it to your children and possibly to your children's children, have a legacy. Start dreaming. My father taught me, son, you can have anything you want in life if you put your mind to it. He also said, dream big. People become what they dream. And so make sure that you do, have. And again, if you'd like to understand how you can fast forward and accelerate this, then book a discovery call. So that's us. We've reached the end of this lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson.